Now that I have all the parts laid out, my goal this morning, before it gets too hot, because it's already hot and muggy, is to lay out the frame, the base frame, on where this is going to go. And I think what we decided is going to parallel the existing coop. We're going to have it a few feet away from it, probably 10 feet or so. We're going to put a run in the middle between the two coops, and probably some shade cloth or something from the peak of that roof to the peak of this roof, giving a nice area for the chickens that are in each to have their own run. So I'm going to try to get the base set up, get it squared to that coop, and then come back later on when it cools down. What's up there, buddy? Hi. What's going on with you? Huh? What's going on with you? How you feeling? How you feeling? Hi. Good to see you. Yeah, it's good to see you. Good to see you, buddy. I hope your foot's feeling better. Winston did something to his front left foot, the pinky of his left front foot, and he's limping. He's on pain control right now, so hope he's feeling okay. All right, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, let's get this laid out. Oh, it is miserable. It's only 9:30, 10 o'clock, and it's already like, what is the temperature? Let's see. I don't have my phone, but it's gross. Whatever it is, it's gross. Okay, so we need to do 11 EGE. There's a G, there's an E, and then 11. Now it's time to figure out how far, oh, it's hot, how far apart I want the coops to be so we can have a run in the center and then get it squared up. I have the new base about I have it 15 feet away from the first coop, and I think I have it pretty close to being square with it, perpendicular. Can always make some fine adjustments after we get the frame up and if it just doesn't look quite right. But I'm gonna start building the frame and then I'm gonna go inside and cool off because, again, it is hot. I would say that was about an hour's worth of work. Probably an hour and 20 when I add in trying to position it in place. It's a fairly simple build. It really is just snap by the letters. The guidebook just tells you 2A, 2B, connector C, snap them together, connect them to, So it's really pretty simple. Really like it. It's not extremely rigid, which is great when you are setting it up because you don't need to be precise. And then as we put on like hardware cloth, not this stuff, but just showing you an example, hardware cloth or chicken wire, it stiffens up the frame quite a bit. Now that I'm done with that, and it's hot, I am gonna go and rest. We're gonna come back later tonight and wrap it with hardware cloth and the chicken wire, put the tarp on, and we'll be done. Well, it's been several days since I've been able to work on the Vevor Metal Hoop Coop due to illness and weather and another competing priority. So let's get going again on this. I need to wrap it in all of the hardware cloth and the chicken netting, and then put up the tarp, and then it'll be ready to put some chickens in. But then I still want to get the run between the two going, and I need to buy a chicken door to put into both. Anyway, that's down the line. Let's just focus on what has to happen today. Let's go. Well, that was a little bit of a pain in the backside. My plan was to cut a long enough piece, would have to been 40 feet long, so then I wouldn't have to drag the entire 75-pound roll of half-inch hardware cloth around with me. I ended up cutting it probably 5 feet short, so I had to come up with another 10-foot piece for the front right there, which you probably saw or are seeing in the time lapse. So, okay, now I need to go and do the bottom portions of the hardware cloth. Not sure if I'm going to do that yet. Actually, I'll probably end up doing the top, which is going to be the chicken wire. All right, I was hoping to be a little farther along than this this late in the afternoon, but unfortunately I had a little bit of a distraction. Over the last few days, Levi and Winston have found a way off of the property. On our east fence line, there's another property that has access to a creek, and for some reason they decided that they want to cross our fence into that property to access the creek, as opposed to just going down to our creek. So I think it's been 6 or 7 times this weekend so far, and once today. So I had to go take care of that. I have a hopeful remedy for that coming in the mail, but I got the hardware cloth all wrapped around, and I got it attached to the door frame cut out, zip tied up. You can see it, there's quite a bit, many zip ties holding it in place. Tried to get the edges so they're not too sharp. So it's kind of where we're at right now. I'm going to see if I can go ahead and get the chicken wire that came with this kit up and over, and I'm going to need some help from Katie when she's off of work, getting the bottom edges zip tied, because I can't reach over and around to zip tie them in. So it'll be easier if one's inside, one's outside, pushing the zip ties through, and the other on the inside is zip tying them. We'll just kind of go around the perimeter. All right, let's see if I can get the chicken wire on. Come on. Tick. There's a few items left to do on the coop before I'm ready to start putting in the nesting, or not the nesting, the roosting bars. So I have everything wrapped. This piece here, I still need to do this piece in the front, and then I need to join up the overlap here on the roof. I'll call them panels, I don't know what to call them. The portions of the chicken wire that make up the roof, I need to join those together so they're one unit. And then, like I said, I need to put in this piece right here. So I'll go ahead and do that off camera, and then we'll start building the roosting bars. Yep. Guess how many zip ties we have?
Knowing you, at least 300.
Yeah, I think it was about 3 bags of zip ties, and it's 100 per bag.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me at all.
Can you see them all? Look at all these. We have to now clip these all off and then patch any spaces that got missed. All right, shenanigans. Let's come on out. Come on. Come on out. Let's go. Let's go. Come on out. Let's go. Come on, shenanigans. Let's go. Everybody out. Everybody out. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. Okay.
Hang on, before you, there.
Divide them in half?
I divided it so it'd be because it's going to be easier to catch them out of this one than this one because of this. At least I think. So it's going to be an all hands on deck because one of us is probably going to have to be on that end.
Okay.
And then because they're going to go between, they're probably not going to go in here unless they're. And of course, we're all on that side. Oh, I thought. Why did? Oh, I thought the door was on this one.
Well, hang on one second.